one of the main important things that we have to realize when it does come to being pretty or considered pretty is that it's what you are, internally, how you feel on the inside. So a lot of your brand is about creating rituals and different things along that nature to exude that, to increase that inner beauty, to exude that external beauty. So let's get into, the rituals that you do and that you promote and that you help your clients attain. So, if you want to tap on what a ritual is exactly, that would help, because how some people might take that.
And I understand that, and we're not going to get woo-woo about it. When I say ritual, a ritual is a repeated series of actions that change your internal and external way of being, and you can't have rituals without self-love. So I'm going to go into that a little bit first. So what is self-love? Because in today's society, we hear this word a lot. It's thrown around a lot. And I know it can seem a little abstract. What does that mean when we're talking about self-love? So self-love is defined as regard for one's own well-being and happiness. So regard for one's own well-being and happiness. We're taught from young girls to take care of everybody. And if we're not taking care of everybody and we're not depleting ourselves, we don't feel empty. We don't feel like we're doing what we're supposed to do. So self-love is an intentional rebellion against depleting yourself and tending to your own needs last. And you can't have that self-love without discipline and regular practice. And that's where the rituals come in. That's where the routine and the discipline come in, because you are what you do every day. So if you are wondering, how do I measure where I am? You want to have a little bit of the sauce. You want that confidence when you're walking into any room to know that no matter how I look, or if I'm not even feeling my best, I believe in me because I have that foundation. These are some questions that you can ask yourself. One question is, can you enjoy your own company? When you go out on a solo date, do you feel secure in sitting at a table alone and ordering by yourself? Because people like to ask, only you? That's all I need.
Just
only me.
Right. That's all you need.
I bring everything I need. Just me, Another question is, would your 8-year-old self consider your current self a cool person? If they came back in a time machine and y'all met face to face, what would you think about who you are, truly? Another question, are you mentally and energetically free from the lie of Western beauty because you accept yourself? Self-acceptance is a big part of this. Being able to accept the little quirks about yourself, your smile, or the things that are not necessarily perfect, but what make you you. And the last question that I have is, how comfortable are you being your authentic self wherever you go? That's the good, the bad, and the ugly, because all of you is not polished, but that unpolished part deserves to live as well. So these are some questions that will be on the screen that you can refer to if you want to get a measure of where you are in your self-love journey. So all of this is done to have more main character energy. That was a trend a couple years ago on social media where everyone was talking about being that girl, and a lot of people talked about the outfits and the hairstyles and the makeup, but you can't be that girl if the foundation isn't solid. And the only way to be that girl is to work on those rituals and routines so you can become that solid. That looks like getting into those wash day routines, getting into your morning and nighttime routines, having a regular movement practice where you are moving your body. And it doesn't matter what it is. It could be yoga, it could be weight training, it could be Pilates, whatever works for you, but moving regularly. And then solo dating. That's something that our grandmothers didn't do because they couldn't do. But
I
now
definitely jumped on the bandwagon with that
Yes.
very early. My first time
Yes.
hanging out by myself, going out to eat by myself, I was 19.
Okay, so you started early with it.
Because I was
love
like,
that.
sometimes it's like, why do I have to wait on somebody to do everything?
Right.
I've gone to concerts by myself.
Yes.
I've done many things by myself because I truly enjoy my company. Because there's times when I would actually invite someone else, and I was like,
You didn't have a good time.
I was like, I should just went by myself.
You didn't have a good time.
I should just went by myself because their energy is not where I needed
right.
to be. They don't even enjoy this the way I enjoy it. So
exactly.
I'm just going to take it upon myself. And you all, these are really good journal prompts. If you journal, if you don't, it would be a good thing to start doing because it really helps you reflect and look back at yourself. You can look at it, reread it, a year from now, and you'll see your growth, or you should see your growth within yourself. So these are really good. I would definitely put these in the descriptions as you see them. They'll be on the screen as well.
For sure. And speaking of journaling, that is a perfect ritual or routine that helps you get into understanding how you feel. In this world we're so busy as adults that a lot of times we don't even know where we stand. We don't even know how we feel on any given day. So that journal, getting into that journal every day really makes you solid into, okay, how do I feel about what happened to me? How do I feel in relation to the situation? And it gives you a level of peace when you're walking into that new day because you've worked out all of that, the maze of the thoughts that have been in your mind from the previous day. So it's kind of like a clearing out, and talking about ritual and routine, some of the rituals and routines that I have had on Fridays of last year, I used to do a hair, nails, and skin day. I would get into that scalp because your scalp needs to be moisturized for sure. I would make sure my nails were done. I would exfoliate my skin. And a ritual that I've gotten into this year is actually rejoining a gym because it's nothing like being around people who are really committed to growth and moving their body. I definitely have noticed just an increase in my energy and my motivation for working out now because I'm surrounded by people who are on the same wavelength. So yeah, that's what ritual and routine is, and that's what Handled with Care inspires us to do, even as busy adults in 2025.
That gym one is a big one because I really, even though, I have one where I stay, most of the time I'm in there by myself, but being amongst other people who are physically fit or trying to get physically fit, it can build like a friendly, healthy competition. If you see them, doing something, you like, I want to try that. And so that can really, help. And Ashley, you all make sure you all follow her. I'll have all of her handles down at the bottom, so be sure to check her out and follow her.